Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on Duke. We saw the WNBA launch the Commissioner's Cup, but what are your thoughts, Doris, about a mid-season tournament being added to the NBA?
Kevin, it's hard not to look at the positive effect that the play-in situation has had on the NBA. Think about it, how much more competitive games are down the stretch of the regular season. So because of that success, I am very open to adding a mid-season tournament.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. The pass to Towns. Off target with his three. Back to Grant. It's Henderson on the wing. Covered by Conley. Henderson, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Over in the corner, Conley. To the paint. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, inside, Mike Conley has got to be savvy, and he is in that instance.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
To the wing right side. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Conley.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Frankie, take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Edwards. Towns in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Here's Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to catch up with Portland's head coach. He did get a win in their first matchup against this team, and he said the game plan remains the same. Attack, attack, attack. Pound the ball into the paint and try to score inside. Well, Kevin, we know the defense is going to anticipate that, but it may not matter if they don't have the length and athleticism to slow these guys down. We'll see. Back to you.
Thank you, David. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 1. Stolen by Grant. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Nurkic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp that time.
The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Conley the pass to Gobert. He kicks to Edwards. Knocks it loose. Nurkic with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Timberwolves trail by 5. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Towns. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. And here's Edwards from the arc. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up again. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Noel, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Shake Milton in for Mike Conley.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Highland. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Passes it to Reid. Shot to stop the run. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Simons. Reid with the rebound. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Milton, and it's Portland with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McDaniels finds Anderson. They set the screen. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Minnesota shooting their first free throws here for the night.
First team foul.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Simons on the wing. It's good from long range. Simons has got his second basket of the night.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 12. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Fans have the big round of applause for your Trailblazers youth dance team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Towns. He's out there with Kyle Anderson. Reid is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns can make face-up perimeter jump shots, no doubt. But when he's got this part of his game cooking, look out.
Here's Highland. No good on the 3. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Kicks it to Hayes. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Highland. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Minnesota. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Anderson. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And he makes that one. Simons has got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Pat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Towns.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Henderson passes to Nurkic. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Pass to Edwards. Gobert with it. Back to Edwards. Towns, a screen on Winslow. Edwards, that's good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Henderson kicks to Winslow. Gobert with the block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Henderson with the ball. That one misses. Timberwolves trail by 10. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Simons. Clock at 4. The kick out to Towns. And the lead is down inside single digits. Towns has got 9.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Gobert with the block. Conley with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And there's the pass to Towns. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Now just a 5-point Portland lead. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul doors, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing, because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
Off target with the jump hook. Trailblazers leading by 5. Henderson dishes to Grant. They could use a bucket. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, Grant has put in a ton of work in the mid-range, and you can see the results right there.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. And Portland making a change here. Hachimura is checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. McDaniels, he's checked in for Noel. Break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Nurkic, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Here's Edwards. Knocks down the step-back J.
But if you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
43 seconds left in the first half. Winslow kicks to Simons. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Conley finds Towns. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And this is what Rudy Gobert's job is. Be a force on the glass.
Up top, Henderson. Three-pointers, Simon. And that does it for the first half of play. Trailblazers lead by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave, thank you.
Welcome. We know how hard it can be for rookies, but so far this group has done an awesome job for adjusting.
Moving on. In that first half of basketball, things are looking pretty good for the Trailblazers.
They're putting themselves in a really good position, limiting turnovers, making the most of each possession.
That's a stat that can be overlooked, but so critical to winning ball games.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. Then it's Justice Winslow. Then it's Sharp, and it's Henderson in at the point guard. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Gobert. And for Portland, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Winslow kicks to Henderson. Lets it fly. And the shot is long.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns against Grant. Towns, the pass to Conley. Now McDaniels fires the 3. And Winslow pulls it down.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Sharp. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Edwards.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Towns a screen on Winslow. And here's Edwards from the arc. Not going to go that time. Now Portland takes it the other way.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Grant outside. Towns with the steal. Now here's McDaniels. He's covered by Grant. Here's Edwards. Count it, and the foul. Shaedon Sharp picks one up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
So both teams making some changes here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
For the tie, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Can they get it? Island passes to Grant. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Milton. Tries from 10. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
And defensively, they are on their heels.
time the ball comes inside.
The Trailblazers have got a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. And they recover it. No good from Grant. Here's Anderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Minnesota, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. For the Trailblazers, Hachimura comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Simons in for Justice Winslow. And a change for the Timberwolves. McDaniels checked in. Simons, the pass to Hayes. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Edwards. Got a hand on it. Pass to Sharp. It's good from the top of the key. Sharp's got 8 points.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
And the Timberwolves call timeout.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Simons from outside. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And it's blocked.
Sometimes teams are not afraid to take it straight at Hachimura. He sends it back on that opportunity.
Minnesota with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. A guy who hasn't played a lot of ball. Sharp, though, has all the all-star tools they think available to him.
An exceptional shot maker from outside. And he's got great vertical bounce, almost a 7-foot wingspan, and he is relentless in his attack.
Goes up from the top of the key. The shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you look at Anthony Edwards. And G.A., he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Simons, the pass to Hayes, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Hayes has got 6.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Edwards. Driving the lane, and he uses the glass on the layup. Edwards got the lead back up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Edwards. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
3-pointer, Simon buries the long-range jumper. 13 points in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
McDaniels. And another shot. And it's laid in by Edwards. Edwards got 19 points.
You see the kind of power that Anthony Edwards can play with. This guy, the board, the finish, yes, sir.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Timberwolves leading by 4 on the court for Minnesota. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Anthony Edwards out there with Conley, and it's Milton in at the small forward. Simons against Edwards. 4 on the clock. Here's Milton. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Milton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, we've come to expect this from Mike Conley, putting the pass on time and on target.
Nurkic can't hit.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Here's Edwards going inside. It's good. He's got 21.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
To the middle. Stolen by Michael Conley. Fast break, Minnesota. Conley leading the charge. Stolen by Winslow. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Oh! And that one is stuffed right through.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. He gets it in there. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Chauncey Billups coaching up his team during that break. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Outside Edwards from deep three-point range, and again Minnesota with the triple.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Minnesota calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Here's Conley. Gobert trying to get open. Conley's shot is off. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. 3-pointer, Simons. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Simons against Edwards. A jump hook, and Towns the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 3rd assist on the night. Simons surveying the D. Grant for 3. They get it back. Nurkic, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Henderson against Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. He kicks it to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Here's Milton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Basket good.
But Jeremy Grant has figured out how to be opportunistic on the interior. Nicely done there.
And the Timberwolves call time. McDaniels, he's checked in for Mike Conley.
Now on the floor for the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Outside Edwards. Takes the 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Simons. Rebound Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Edwards inside. Covered by Simon. The pass to Milton. Kicks it to Towns. There's the feed to McDaniels. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his third assist on the night.
Well, this is where Cat can manufacture additional points for his team. Defense focused and locked in on him. Find a teammate.
They get it back. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Simons.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Edwards against Simon. Edwards passes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Anthony Edwards hits from deep. Edwards got 31.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Minnesota.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Now, here's Milton. Covered by Simons. Milton with it. And so the Timberwolves take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For